Taylor Rohr for Rockingham Community College. I'm a student on the NOS 130 course for the summer 2010 session. And in this tutorial, I'm going to go over the process of exploring Windows Explorer with you. So what you want to do first is maybe just go under My Computer. I've already got it on my desktop there. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple of folders and a couple of text documents. And where I'm going to do that is I'm going to go under My Documents in my library and create a new folder. I'm going to go up here to the New Folder tab on the bar if you're using Windows 7, or you can right click on your mouse and go down to New and go up to Folder. But for now, I'm just going to save time and do it right there. Save a little time, and I'm just going to type call this folder test, and we just created that folder there, and we named it. And what I want to do is I want to maybe create a text document, so I'm going to right click on my mouse and go down to New and go up to the text document and the little submenu that opens up, and I'm going to call that Reminder. Alright, and I'm going to click on that and just type in Hello World. This is a reminder for Windows Explorer. And save that and just close that out. And so what we did, we just created a folder under your documents library, and we named the folder Test, and we did that by clicking on the New Folder tab on the little bar here at the top, and we named it Test. And then on the inside we created a short little text document called Reminder, and it just basically says, hello world, this is a reminder for Windows Explorer. So so far we've created a file and we've created a folder. So now you want to move the maybe you want to move the file, and so what you want to do is just go ahead and highlight that file, and you want to go down to Cut, and maybe you just want to move that into your documents library and not have it in a folder. So I'll show you that again. I highlighted the file and right clicked on it, and I went down to Cut, and then I'm going to back out of the test folder, and now I'm back in my documents library, and I'm just going to go down and hit paste on there, or simple thing you can do is hit Control V on your keyboard and Velcro your file in there. And so maybe you want to move the test folder into your music library for some reason. So you just go paste, or like I said, Control V. And so the folder's empty because we moved the file out of the folder. There's your reminder file there that we created. So so far we've created and we've moved. So let's say maybe they want to put a copy of some music that maybe already is on the computer. It's stored maybe in the sample music folder. We'll just use those files. Now I'm going to highlight all three of those by highlighting the first one and then using my Shift and then my down arrow key on the keyboard to highlight all three. And I just want to make a copy of those and put them in a folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the copy. First I right clicked on the keyboard, or on my mouse rather, and I'm going to go down to the copy button there, or you can use the Control C function on your keyboard as well. And then I'm just going to migrate back to my test folder that I moved over here a little while ago. And then I'm going to go in there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and Control V and put those files in there. So we didn't move the files, we just made a copy of them. The files are still in the sample music folder as well as being in your test folder there as well. So now that you've created a file and you've created some folders, and you've moved some folders and you've moved some files, and you've also copied some files as well, maybe you've discovered that there are a couple of files on your computer that need to be renamed. Maybe, for example, maybe one of the you have a file here that's sleep away. Maybe the name of the file is away sleep or something. So what we're going to do is rename, and I'll go back and I'll show you how to do this. And right click on my mouse, and then I'm going to go down to the rename function, and maybe the name of the song is away sleep or something, and we just rename that song. And maybe there's a file in your My Documents or your Documents library. Maybe you want to rename the reminder.txt file. So what I did is I highlighted that and I right clicked, and I'm going to hit rename, and maybe he's got he's going to have a couple of different reminder files. So he wants to call this one reminder 1, or maybe he wants to call it reminder 2. So right now we'll just stick with reminder 1, and we just rename the text document in there, which still says hello world. This is a reminder for Windows Explorer. So and maybe he's decided that he wants to create another file in there. So he's going to right click in the open box area, and he's going to go down to new, go on in that little submenu that opens up. He's going to go back to the text document, and he's going to call this one reminder 2. This is the second reminder for Windows Explorer, whatever you want to put in there for now. And Control S will save it and close it out. By the way, you can also go under File and hit Save as well. A lot of times I use the Control S to save time. So what we've done, we've created some files, we've created some folders, we've moved some files, and we've moved the folders, we've copied some files. Let's tell you what, let's copy a folder. I've already got a folder here, and that I'm just going to rename and call it test 2. And I'm going to copy that and put that into my music library. So I just go in there and paste that, or I could use the Control V as well. Yes, or whatever. We'll just go ahead and replace it. So we just moved or copied a folder from the Documents library, and we put it in our music library. So now maybe you want to delete all the stuff that you've created. Maybe you want to delete the files on the reminder1.txt. So what you can do, a couple of ways you can do that, is you can highlight the file and right click and go up to delete, or you can hit the delete key on your keyboard and give you the same results. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and say no. I did that with the keyboard, and I'll do it like this to show you how it's done here. And like I said, it brings up the same confirmation window, making sure you want to delete it. So just go ahead and hit yes. And so now maybe you want to delete the reminder 2 file as well. So I'll just go up here and hit delete. And I'm going to delete my folder as well. I'm going to delete my test2 folder. There we go. And I'm going to delete it out of my music library too. I'm going to delete my test2 and test1 folder out of my music. So I'm just going to highlight both of those and hit the good old delete button there. So that's pretty simple, straightforward. I hope you understand how you can create files and folders and move them around and copy them and rename them and delete the folders and the files as well. So if you have any questions, and do some Google searches and see what you come up with. Thanks.